Cuts&Dumb takes messing with your head.
What's going on, everybody?
Hey, what's going on?
We're back, and as you know, Fonz is here.
Not really, but
Fonz Jr. Just
No.
kidding. Actually, Fonz Senior. You're older than Fonz.
I don't even know actually.
No, you're
Am
older
I?
than
I
Fonz.
guess I am. Yeah, sure.
That's wild. Okay, so quick little recap. We obviously ended season 2 on our end with not finishing Marshals because we got into season 3 doing Dutton Ranch, and that's why you're clicking on this. So if you haven't seen Marshals and you want to see it, this part you might want to skip ahead. If not, and you don't care, then you can hear what happens in the season finale. I mean, what do you rate that?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty good. I mean, it kind of a lot of things really closed off in that episode, which I really liked. But for me, I probably rated like a 6 or 7. Nothing really crazy, for sure. I think it's just like your average episode.
Yeah.
But I don't think there was much to really.
Even at the end, really?
Well, I mean,
what they showed?
You kind of assumed that's what it was. Once you saw those deaths and stuff, you were like, okay, it's not him, and it's not him. Who else is it really going to be? And you're like,
one person.
Yeah,
left.
I mean, you kind of figure it out.
Weaver Senior.
Yeah,
Do
definitely.
you think she knows the daughter?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah,
No, I think the dad is too he wants to keep her in the dark because he's so close, or she's so close to Casey. So she's like, he's afraid that she's gonna tell him.
I think that's part of the reason he smiled the way he did when she said, "My heart is in Montana."
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna say 7. Like going on with you said, it was okay. Tate taking another life. That was big.
Yeah, was the second one now?
Second life.
Yeah. So I mean,
we talked about him not having really a big part in this series, and Manny commented it's called Marshals, and that's a good point. I like that. I just don't. It's not enough depth for me. It just seems like Yellowstone Junior. But
I think for me, I talked to somebody about this that also watches a lot of the Taylor Sheridan shows, and they were saying it's not really his type of show. We talked about early in the season where it's not his show. He kind of wrote it. He didn't write it. He produced it. He produced it.
Yeah,
but he didn't write it.
Correct.
So I think for me, I can tell the difference between the Marshals show versus Dutton Ranch. There's a completely different aesthetic to the show, but it's also you can see it, you can feel it.
Yeah,
you can feel the depth of Dutton Ranch versus a Marshals is very much straightforward in your face type of writing. There's not much really depth to it.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it was good. It was the gunfight at the end, Casey getting shot. They showed us a little trailer mini thing about, him getting shot and whatnot. And then they showed up at the perfect time, which obviously, that's going to happen. But it was just a little unrealistic because these guys were also in the military, right, Manny?
They're suggesting that they are prior military, wherever they're
some
from.
kind of militia type of thing.
Yeah.
So you assume that you got 4 or 5 guys shooting at Casey. You think one of them, obviously they landed, but he's running in the open, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I think those kind of episodes are kind of funny because you see all this these bullets flying everywhere. You're like, how are they not hitting anybody?
Did you guys notice when Casey was shooting, he threw it on semi-automatic and just and that seems so not like him based on everything he's done in the past. They've shown him in the last couple flashbacks, him holding a long gun. Obviously, it's just one shot, one kill, basically.
Yeah,
he does the second part of that fight. He does pick up one, but I think it's funny. It reminds me of Martin Lawrence. We were just watching Bad Boys for Life, right? Where he's like, "See, I can't die," and he's like, "See, it's not my time." That's what it reminded me of. He's just prancing through the hay or whatever, and it's just can't get hit. I mean, Manny, what do you rate it?
I was going to come into it with an 8. You guys kind of brought me down to a 7.
Bringing you down.
Good
man.
points, though. But I will say I maybe even love the way the show has progressed.
Yeah.
From what it started with the first 2-3 episodes. Mike, I think you stopped watching it for a little bit.
Yeah, I actually did. Yeah. I wasn't really a fan of it, and honestly, because of the podcast, I wanted to come back into it and just be more aware of what's happening. And definitely the last 2 episodes were a lot better than where I left off at, for sure.
Yeah.
I think the character development of all the Marshals specifically really did helped me kind of feel for them a little bit more.
Mhm.
I did think it's still kind of like bland for me. Like
Mhm.
one has like a gambling addiction, the
Yeah,
other one doesn't want to be there.
they didn't
The
even
other was like,
they didn't even finish that part.
so it's like there's still like very like just very basic like problems that they have. There's no
Mhm.
real
Yeah.
like depth to it. Like,
Mhm.
okay, like how do I fix this gambling problem? Okay, we just pay it off. Like it's not, but
Or
like
steal the
cool,
money.
or
He
steal the
didn't
money.
say he was going to either. Her
Yeah.
husband.
Mhm.
She said, "You have
That
your
too, yeah, yeah.
extracurriculars, so do I."
Yeah.
Yeah, even that. She's
And-
like, she told him, "Oh, well, just can I borrow $20,000?" It's just like,
and
no.
then now she decided she's going to go to Utah
Yeah.
Mhm.
with why am I drawing a blank?
Who?
Cal. With
Oh,
Cal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
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 And we'll see what happens there.
And then
But it seems
Andrea,
like she's running away though.
Andrea Cruz sticking around. Looks like
Yeah.
everybody says she's gonna be back for season 2, even though it looks like she wasn't. But because even the actors had an interview. They said that well, she mentioned that it was really hard to say like goodbye. Like she was it was really touching for her, like that whole moment of just trying to that acting scene.
Yeah, I definitely think that like her staying, I feel like is the right choice for the show. It brings a little bit more of like a different type of character. You have that more
Yeah.
like stronger female, but like I'm not saying that the other one isn't, but I feel like this one doesn't have as many like issues. Like you can feel like she's more like dedicated to her craft and what she's doing besides like the gambling addiction with the other one,
Mhm.
or even like with Cal with like his medical stuff with his tumor. So it's like a lot
Mhm.
of stuff that's like going on with everybody else, but for her it's just like I don't really want to be there. And it's like,
Yeah.
well, now I kind of do want to be here because I
Mhm.
feel like they're like family, and like now I'm really feeling like this place can be a home for me, you know?
And to use a word Randy's used a few times, it kind of felt wholesome in a way. And then at the end, when if I'm not wrong, Maddie, Cal's daughter,
Mhm.
sat down at the bar next to him and
Yeah.
said, "Isn't this what you wanted to talk?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was great.
And he said, "Well, what do you want to talk about?" She goes, "Well, whatever you want," and then says, "Dad."
Mhm. That was
Yeah,
good.
that's
So that
nice.
was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we get a little bit of this, a little bit of that, so that's cool to talk about. But I don't know. You want to talk about Dutton Ranch?
Damn, that episode was
That was hard to watch.
heartbreaking, man. It's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Like definitely, like what hit me the most was like that calf, man. Like for me specifically, I'm just like, damn. Like Rip did so much work just to save that one calf from like their
Yeah.
past, and just hold on to her for like as long as he could, and then like
Yeah.
really,
Because even Beth was just like,
yeah,
we can save her. And
yeah. He's like, no,
And he
can't.
said
Like
no.
it's can't.
Yeah.
I mean,
know, like, it
I
just-
teared up. I didn't cry, but I teared up because they showed it and they showed the calf staring
Yeah,
at him.
it's so
That
sad.
was
Like
rough.
again, I feel like it's. I mean, I've never done anything like that where like I've lived on a farm or like raised animals like that, but I feel like it's very tough.
Yeah.
Specifically because
Well-
you feel for some of these animals, and like you treat them like not only as just like your cattle and stuff, but like they become
Mhm.
because you put so much into them.
Yeah,
they
let-
become a part of you almost.
Do you mind if I interrupt?
Yeah.
And remind us, because Mike saw this. Where did you see it? When were you watching it?
I watch it at work.
And Mike, if you guys don't know, Mike's a teacher, so
Yeah.
he had to actually stop at that part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I stopped right when they started, like right before they were gonna shoot them. I stopped and I go, oh man, I know what's gonna happen. So
Yeah.
I gotta pause here because
I
I
mean,
have the rest of work to go
well,
to.
well, think about it. I mean, you're raising cattle of your own.
Yeah,
I mean,
yes, yeah. I mean, like
You're
it's,
teaching them.
yeah. I mean, like it's you. I guess as a teacher, like you put your heart into like what you do, and so you hope that like you're raising them to be the best version they can be.
Yeah.
And I feel like the same way with farmers, like they're putting their all into what they're doing,
Mhm.
and they're breeding and they're producing the best product best
Yeah.
product that they can produce.
Yeah.
And so like again with animals, I feel like there's a certain bond that you have with animals,
Mhm.
and so because there's so many, you feel for it.
Yeah.
Even when you slaughter them to like, especially for like cattle, they're gonna go to slaughter, but like that's something that is already gonna be it's something that you have in mind that's gonna happen.
It's going to be
you
something
know?
that's going to be nutrients for our bodies, but
Mhm.
like it's very much like let's give them the best life that they can live.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I feel like now, like what happens now, it's like it's just because they got sick. It's like now we have to put them out of their misery before it becomes worse.
Yeah, that's so sad. Man.
And so it's like putting a dog down before it's time.
So what would you rate it?
This one, I guess because it's such a tearjerker, I think for me it's like an 8. I think it's
Yeah.
a good episode. I think it's a really good episode. I think, it gave you some like mystery of like who did it, like who really put in that bull that messed up the whole the whole cattle essentially,
Mhm.
like got them all sick. Because now we figure out like the vet didn't have the blood work; it was forged. So what happened? So
Yeah.
who did it? And I feel like we talked about it that it's very easy to blame Beulah,
Yeah.
but like I don't know. Like I feel like it might be somebody else. But
Mhm.
the easiest, person to blame is Beulah because she's the main like antagonist here.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm gonna go ahead and jump the next one. I think I'm gonna rate it as a 9. Touching on what you said too, you made a lot of good points. I want to touch on the other part of the episodes of where you see Everett and Beulah having that conversation. She lures him in to talk. I think that was something we were all wondering too, because we see in the previous episode that they had an interaction at the funeral,
Yeah.
and now well, we don't know. The thing is, we're hinting or we're getting the idea that he might be Rubel's dad.
Yeah, I feel like there definitely is some history, especially with that conversation they had in the porch, right? And his hesitancy to go over there,
Yeah.
like he doesn't want to be over there, but she has to trick him in order to get over there, which is like that already to me is like some kind of like red flag,
Yeah.
And then the conversation they have about like, in another life we could have been better together, or we have too many demons to be good together. That's what he said, I believe.
Yeah, our demons, or our demons are good enough to be with each other.
Yeah, our demon. He's something about demons where it's more like we have too many demons for us to be good for each other, or something like that. And so like for us, it's like for me specifically, I see that as like, they probably were, like maybe mistresses and like they were just like maybe they were hooking up while they were married or something, and like, but because I feel like, yeah, I don't know, like I don't think he's the dad, but there's a lot of things that point us to that.
Yeah.
Without them saying anything.
Yeah.
But there has to be some kind of relationship between them. There has to be something that, again, kind of hints us towards that. And that's why, again, I like this episode a lot because it kind of doesn't really give us everything, but it gives us a little bit more.
Yeah.
Just keeps a little bit more guessing, a little bit like of like just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, and that's good because we don't want it to be too predictable, even though we can kind of hint at the things. It's still keeping us behind the veil, which is nice. I like that. I liked shout out to Fonz, he's not here. I like the fact that Fonz, and I think mainly Fonz guessed a lot of the things too. Was I think he said next episode they're gonna have that whole like walk-in scene where Beth walks in on Carter and Oreana. and I was like, oh, here we go. You could hear the heels walking down. And sure enough, it happens. And I mean, I think that was gold because I expected her to come out guns blazing, but I think with what's happening on the ranch, she was a little more reserved.
Too much. I think, like you said, like I think because of what the day was entailing, I think that she's like, this is not as important. Like I don't want to deal with this as much as I need to right now because I have something else that I have to focus on.
Yeah.
I feel like for her too, it's not really a big deal. Like it's like, like, okay, like get ready, let's go. Like we have stuff to do.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh my God, what are you doing? It's like, hurry up. We have things we got to do. Get up, get dressed, let's go. So it's like, I think it's hilarious. I think it's funny that she was like that. But
Manny, rating?
I'm on the 8 train. I liked, you touched on it, I liked the way the episode started. It basically was a continuation as sun was rising. She just got back into town. They showed the entire herd. That was the entire herd that they had to put down.
Yeah, was it?
It was. I just looked it up.
It was all of it, right? That's why I was like,
entire herd.
Yeah, because it was foot and mouth disease. That's what it was.
They called it FND.
Yeah,
sure.
so I was like, that's crazy because at that point, then, like I had a feeling it was all of them because the bull was with all of them because he was trying to like.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so that to me now is like, damn, they lost all of that generation of beef now. that they inherited from the previous owners.
Yeah.
And so like now they have nothing at this point. So now they have to figure out how they're going to get like their money now, essentially, because all of it's gone.
I mean, I'm pointing my finger to the lawsuit is probably going to be a thing. If not, then I don't know how they're going to settle that. That's crazy. Rip obviously taking full responsibility for it, you could tell. And then the end of the episode, him laying down in front of the stars, him actually crying. What is this, the second time I think he's cried? Third time. I think because he's cried twice.
He's cried twice this season. And the only time we see him cry on Yellowstone is when he received a letter from John.
Yeah.
And then that's when right after they had to ask him to be the, what do they call it? Well, basically the distraction when they went to go rescue Tate.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely was warranted though. I mean, both times that he cried.
Oh, yeah. Every time.
I mean, like it takes a lot for him to cry. So definitely, like, it was warranted.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, it's such a lot of like stuff to put on top of Rip, especially like I know he feels like it's his responsibility because he is quote unquote like the man of the house, the main source of like what's going on, and because he feels all that, but it's so much. Like it's just I feel bad for him. You know what I mean? Because I think like Beth said, like we were trying to make it work out here.
Yep.
Like we're not doing anything to make to ruffle any feathers. We're not doing nothing to like cause problems, and here comes problems for us.
Yeah.
Well, they don't know that Beulah 2-3 episodes ago said to Joaquin, that's his name? Find out what they know.
Mm-hmm.
He said the Duttons know something. They have secrets. Find out what they know. And that was her, the way I took it was she wants to know what they know about them.
Okay. Yeah.
And that could be something that turns into this whole cattle thing. Obviously, it was all forged.
Yeah. What I'm trying to figure out is what's his Hoyt? Is that his name?
Oh, is the one from the hospital?
No, the one that no, that's Everett. Wait, you're talking about no, I'm talking about Hoyt, the one who hires Carter. That's his name, right? Hoyt?
Yeah.
I think it's Hoyt. Anyway, Manny, you can look that up. I'm trying to figure out where he fits into this because obviously they brought him in for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And Carter not going to school and decides to pick up a job, which I figure like
it's a distraction for him. I feel like just
that, or I think it's more like Oreana having this impression on him, like you don't have to go to school. You're this age, you can make something else of your life, kind of thing.
How old is he, by the way? Because
19.
Like, he is 19, right?
Yeah, and I believe he's 19 in real life too.
And he's going to high school at 19.
Yeah, interesting story. Yeah, that's why he said you're having me going to high school
with 15-year-olds.
With 15-year-olds. Oh my god!
And it's Dwight White.
Dwight. I was gonna say Hoyt and Dwight. Yeah. Okay, so Dwight. Okay. But interesting enough how those characters met. If you guys don't know, they actually met on set, and he didn't know that.
I heard this story. Yeah.
He didn't know that that was gonna be his
love interest.
Yeah, in the show, and so he thought it was one of the boyfriends on. Just she's gonna ride along with me, and then finds out that she's gonna be his girl.
Yeah. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, I honestly didn't remember how old he was, and definitely I feel like she's been really pushing him to kind of be his own person, the same way that like he's kind of doing the same with her almost. Like, but I think that relationship is very interesting because Carter's so like innocent. He's so even at being 19, like he's very innocent and very like timid and very quiet and stuff like that, and you have the complete opposite.
And we talk about the what's up.
He is 19, Australian and 19.
Yeah. Okay, so we also talk about the whole comparison between him and Tate. So Tate having a bigger role, and I mean not Tate having a bigger role, Carter having a bigger role in this series, and Tate having kind of a stand back role. But Fonz and Manny mentioned like he's been through a lot. It's very interesting how Tate is kind of like he's had experiences where Rip and Beth have had to do, and Casey, and then Carter's very pure, like you said, very innocent. So it's interesting seeing like him having this whole background story and Tate not really getting the background story, but really having to deal with all the major parts.
Yeah, I do enjoy hearing and seeing like Carter's background though, of like that teenage perspective of like what's happening with this, especially like a teenage rancher of like I'm just trying to make my own. Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn so I can be a better rancher, so I can, hopefully take over or like do something with my life afterwards, and it's like with Beth not letting him be a part of this,
Mm-hmm.
the slaughtering, of the cows,
Yeah.
like
And her
I feel
lying,
like
her lying to
yeah, I
him.
feel like it's
Mhm.
just it sucked for him. Like it felt
Yeah.
like, the betrayal of like
Mhm.
you don't trusting me with this, or like you don't feel like I'm ready for it yet. And it's like I'm
Nobody should
19.
be ready for that.
I mean, I'm not saying you
I
should be
mean,
ready,
Rip
but
wasn't
like
ready for it.
no,
but I
But
know
he
it's a
had to do
lot,
it.
but it's
Yeah.
still like he needs to be ready for it if it happens. Like because like if he's not ready for it later on when he's like older and he has to do that, then you deal with it in a different way, I feel like. Whereas it's like now you have people around you that can support you and like help you like kind of understand what's happening.
Yeah, you know what kind of vibes I get whenever I see him and Oreana talk? It's Never Back Down. You know what I'm talking about? Where the main character's name? Gosh. What's Amber Heard is the girlfriend, and she's obviously dating, different people who are like rock stars in that whole movie. But like uh Carter being, I forgot his name, he becomes a fighter, never back down. And then he comes into town as an innocent person and then just like,
Ryan McCarthy.
yeah. Thanks, Manny.
You know
Yeah.
what's now that we talk about this a little bit more, like I kind of like I see a little comparison between like Rip and Beth with Carter and like sorry, Ocean sorry.
Oreana?
Oreana, thank
Oreana.
you, Oreana. I was like spacing on it. With Oreana, the same way like Rip and Carter are very much timid and very much like level headed,
Mm-hmm.
and like you have Beth and Oreana a little more like wild, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's very interesting to see that like comparison with both of them and like how they kind of
Mm-hmm.
both kind of like I don't know. It just kind of for me, I don't know if that was the
I think that was,
reasoning or
I
not,
think so.
but I
Yeah.
feel like it's interesting that someone like Rip and Carter, gravitate towards women like Beth
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
Oreana.
And it seemed
know what
like
I mean?
she did give her little respect, and she kind of respected her
Yeah.
for who she was, where she is in her life with her
Mhm.
own family.
Maybe that's why she took it light, because she's
Yeah.
like, you kind of remind me of myself.
Yeah.
And John, having this pressure on me, and Beulah.
Especially coming from like a legacy type of family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she understands Oriana's like her being brought up in that kind of situation.
Yeah, you know what? This might be a little small detail, but when she was trying to roll the joint and Beulah comes over, Beulah comes over and goes, "If you're gonna do it
Yeah,
right."
because Beulah ain't no chump. She knows what she's doing.
So what my hint on that was like, okay, maybe that's how Mariano, right? Mariano is the what we presumably expect
to be the dad.
the dad of Joaquin, and him being more than likely a drug dealer. We think that that's maybe some kind of pointing the finger on that, but that's just me just nitpicking at little details. You know how I do. I like to pick at all the little details to figure out like why or how she got into that, and her rolling a joint. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just picking at straws. I don't know. I really enjoyed this episode. What was the episode name again, Manny?
I think I went off of it.
It was like this shot of something. This shot that's
Start with a bullet.
That's what it
Start
is.
with a
Start
bullet.
with a bullet.
Yeah, I don't know. This was it. We're coming up already. This is technically like a mid-season finale, almost.
Was the episode 4?
Episode 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we only have 9 episodes this series. I don't know. I think we're gonna get now. We're part where we're about to climax. I feel like the next episode is gonna be a little more dangerous. Then we finally get that scene where Beth and Rip. Or Biff.
Shout
And
out to Seaworth.
we are both messing up on names today. And it's just a
Biff and Rip. All right.
Yeah,
Them walking away because we saw the trailer, walking away from a fire. So now we finally get that. That's cool. I'm still waiting on that interaction between Beulah and Beth, and maybe it's gonna be Beulah messing with it. I don't know.
I feel like you're gonna get that later. I feel like right now they're still building, like they're giving you some backstory and they're building the characters' development. I think they're just developing all these little characters here and there to kind of give you like a foundation of what you want to go on. Especially that new character, like you said, Hoyt. No, not Hoyt.
Dwight.
You said Hoyt. Just
Yeah,
no.
Sorry,
Dwight. Especially with like some weird, like was it he had an African leopard in his backyard or something.
Yeah.
Like that's something really strange, right? And you're like, why does he have that? And where did he get it? Obviously, some like random person on the internet, but it's an interesting thing to throw in. Like that's not just something you throw in.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? There's something there's something they're hinting towards, especially with him, that you know is going to come later on, and I feel like it's going to really be pertinent later on in like the season of like why he's here.
Okay, so do you think it's
why
like,
he's introduced?
Do you think it's like Walking Dead and what's his name with his lion, or do you think it's Hangover with
Mike
his
Tyson?
with
Mike
his
Tyson.
tiger, and
No,
Carter takes the tiger,
just lets him go.
Yeah.
No, I think it seems like he deals with like exotic animals and like things that are like different, right? So I feel like for me, it's like, what else does he deal with?
Yeah.
You know, and like him just hiring Carter out of nowhere for just to do grunt work, essentially. You know, like he doesn't have horses. Like
you are the horse.
Where are your horses? Like you're a
Yeah.
rancher. Where are your other animals? Type of thing.
Yeah.
So there must be something else in that ranch or that farm, wherever he works, that for me raises some questions. But again, it's one of those build up moments, especially like mid season. So I feel like now you're gonna start getting these questions now being answered one by one per episode, and then you're like, oh, this happened, and then okay, now we're gonna stretch it to this one now, and we're gonna finish this, and we're gonna do this one now. So I think essentially like it's gonna start really giving us what we want in the next couple episodes. And then the last two are gonna feel like one of those conclusion episodes of like everything being tied together.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. All right. Predictions. I mean, you kind of touched on it. Do you
Yeah.
have a major prediction?
Major prediction. I feel like Rob Will's gonna come back. I feel like something's gonna happen with that. I feel like he's gonna come back some kind of with the Fury. I don't know what's gonna happen,
or she's gonna need Rob Will, because Rip's coming in hard.
Yeah, I feel like she's gonna call him back for something. There's definitely gonna be something going on with that bull. Like they're gonna figure something out. I don't know what's gonna be, but it's gonna be something big. Yeah. So I'm very excited to see that.
Yeah, I think my prediction goes along with probably they're gonna do either a lawsuit, can't really settle it, and then something happens behind the scenes, forces their hand to sign something. I don't know. Manny, do you have any predictions?
Not really, to be honest.
You're still enjoying it, eh?
I'm kind of just focused in the moment and kind of seeing what's happening. Obviously, there's going to be something that's going to happen regarding all the cattle and the backlash that's going to happen, because that's just the way Yellowstone was built on. Beth told him at the end of the episode, or when they were driving back, when they were hugging, what happened, with everything. So there's going to be something explosive that's going to happen. It won't be anything subtle. It won't be anything small.
Oh, it never is with them. It never is.
Like Randy mentioned last week, Rip did mention the train station. Maybe there's a new train station. Yeah. We already saw one instance of it.
Yeah, they threw him. It was like a hole or something. It was like a
or the minefield.
Like a mine, right?
Yeah. So we'll see. Maybe that thing's about to get filled up.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just very excited to see where this series takes us. Everything's been in an average like 8 or 9.
Yeah, again, and like I said, I think because you feel the difference between like when I watch Marshall's and I watch Dutton Ranch, like you can feel it. And I think that's the difference.
Definitely, yeah.
That's the difference of like why when I rate Marshall's like a 6 or a 5 or like a 7, like because I don't really have that like connection. Not because even I don't have connections with like Dutton Ranch, but like you feel like you do because it makes you feel like that.
Yeah.
I feel like Marshall's is just kind of like you're just watching another TV show.
Yeah.
So I don't really feel it. I feel like the action's cool and like, some of the character development's cool, but like I'm not really like into it. I don't want to like I'm not waiting for the next Marshall.
You're not
episode.
invested.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like here I'm like, what happened? Like okay, Friday, 12:30. What happened?
Yeah, exactly. Going along with other shows that have been recommended, man, I've been recommended a lot. For Apple TV, I just started watching our friends and your neighbors or our friends and neighbors. I forgot the one with John Hamm. They were telling me to watch that.
John Hammond?
Yeah, they're telling me to watch that. I just started Spider Noir. I got a lot of things to watch on my list. You got to watch Spider Noir. I feel like
I haven't started that. I didn't even I saw a little thing for it, which is pretty cool, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, cool thing is too about it. I mean, if you guys have the time, it's about an hour an episode. Nicolas Cage is on it. I recommend, as they recommend, watch it in black and white. If you have the time, watch it back in color because you're supposed to see different things. It's supposed to make you feel like a different environment. And they really worked on it even after the fact. They filmed
That's
it.
cool.
Yeah. So they were like, this is how we're going to do it in black and white. And when it's in color, you're supposed to feel and notice different things. So if I have the time, I'll go back and watch it. But
Yeah,
like,
honestly, then
it's a
if they
lot.
did that much for it, like I feel like we have to, as an audience, like really
Respect it.
and
Yeah.
like give it what it's doing. And I feel like if we don't watch it,
Mhm.
then it's not going to happen. Like these kind of things are not going to happen anymore.
Yeah.
And I feel like as people who make these kind of or just really put in the effort to do things like this,
Yeah.
I feel like we have to, as an audience, really, really put our time in and just really look at them and watch them, because if we
Mhm.
don't, then they might not do these anymore, especially
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, it's very rare that you get one. I mean, the only ones I can think of is Sin City, but I don't think they ever did a color Sin
No,
City.
they didn't. The only like black and white thing I remember they did was for Marvels, was for a Marvel show, was it? For
Or
like
Universe.
a werewolf? Was it the
Oh,
werewolf?
or the Knight.
thing?
What's his name? Something Knight. Moon Knight. Moon Knight.
Yeah, no, they did do it for WandaVision though for a little bit,
Oh, it's right.
because it was
Yeah.
black and white, and then they kind of
Mhm.
changed into color, which was pretty cool too.
Yeah.
But I mean, it wasn't like, okay, watch it in white and black and white, and then
Yeah,
watch it
this
in
one.
color.
This
It's
one's
kinda
very
like,
interesting. I would recommend watching it. It's a different aspect and different kind of feel to it.
okay.
It is noir, so it is cool. I don't know. I have nothing else, guys. I mean, I'm along with shows and movies. I got a long list because people talk to me, but no one leaves comments. I'm just kidding. No, if you guys have comments of a show or a movie you guys want us to talk about, we're all ears, we're all eyes, and we're ready to watch, kind of thing. We're trying.
we got summer coming up, so
Yeah.
we're not working. No, I'm just kidding.
No, we're working.
No.
But like I said, we have World Cup. We might release like a newsletter for certain subscriptions. If you guys want to tune into that, like I said, me and Fonz are going to have metas, and we're going to have POVs and whatnot, and finally get to see Manny.
No, they're going to see me.
Manny's face is masked.
We just blur his face out.
No, the second we get it, Manny's just going to have a mask on the whole time.
It'll be a ghost face mask.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah,
They won't let you in anywhere.
yeah, they won't. Oh yeah, speaking of Ghostface, Scream 7 came out on Prime, I believe, right?
Paramount?
Paramount. Yeah, Paramount. You're right. Paramount. It came out yesterday. So if you guys haven't seen that, watch that. It's actually pretty good. They're already going to talk about Scream 8 coming out. And Scary Movie's going to come out. We're definitely going to watch that.
Definitely watch that.
Yeah, so if you're big fans of that, we're probably going to have an episode on that. So stay tuned, guys. It was nice of you guys to stop in and join us and seeing our uptick in views. I like it. Thank you very much. It means a lot. It means we're actually getting some traction.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't
good.
seen us on Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, if you want to watch the other episodes, follow us. And thank you, Mike, for joining us.
Yeah, man. Glad to have you here. Like, thanks for having me. Like, I know I'm subbing in for Fonz today, but I'm happy to be here whenever I can.
Yeah, it's fun. But thank you, guys. Manny, you have nothing else to say?
Actually, in the words of Tate, easy day.
Easy day. All right, guys, we're out of here.
All right.
Do your hearts. Do your hearts.
No, you gotta do
Oh, I don't do that. That's a Fonz thing. That's not a big
All right, guys.
All right, we're out of
Have
here.
a good one.
Later, guys.
Peace out.
Cuts&Dumb takes.